All right. Welcome, everyone, to our council meeting of the Committee of the Whole, Wednesday, July 28th, 2021. Could I have roll call, please?
10 present, 1 presiding, 2 absent.
Thank you. Please let the record show that Commissioners Anderson and Fortune are absent tonight. And you probably already know that Commissioner Anderson had his double bypass yesterday. Sounds like things are well. And I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
I'm sorry, Madam Chair. He was through the surgery and in recovery yesterday was the last update that I received. So I'll let everybody know if I hear anything more.
And I did talk to him yesterday morning. He really thanked us for all of our thoughts and prayers. So we'll keep that up. I want to say that last night, kudos to Commissioner Mencken and all the other commissioners that were able to attend last night's neighborhood. I would just call it a neighborhood meeting. It involved neighborhood watch, concerns, people getting together and trying to make a difference. And I thought it was very impactful. And the news media, I thought, did a good job of reporting on it. And then we have, starting Thursday, I believe, Commissioner Sorich and Commissioner Thatcher and Commissioner Reardon are spearheading a cleanup in the Greeley neighborhood. And I believe it's a pretty good size area. So that begins Thursday, and I'm sure they wouldn't mind having as many hands as they can on deck to help out. So, okay. Prayer and pledge, Commissioner Sorich.
Thank you, Madam Chairman, fellow commissioners. Almighty God, we implore you, look upon us and guide us this night as we make decisions which will greatly affect our community of Butte-Silver Bowl. Direct our thoughts, words, and deeds so that we please you and best serve our fellow citizens. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Commissioner Sorich. At this time, I would call on any public comment on any items on tonight's agenda. Any public comment on tonight's agenda? And if you'll just give us your name and address, you just walked in at the perfect time. Your name and address for the record, please. There's a little button on the bottom of that microphone, and if you turn it on when it turns red on top, you're ready to roll. There you go.
So my name is Kellyanne Hoven, and I live at 241 William Street in Walkerville. And I was just coming to comment on communication number 10, number 2021-335. And I believe you guys can't ask questions. I really kind of came just more as an explanatory resource if anyone does have questions. But we've been working with the Land Sales Committee, and you might be able to see on the map, we're just trying to purchase basically our driveway and our side yard. And it's a circle drive, and we don't legally own it. So if we are able to acquire it, I would hope to pave it. We get a lot of runoff, kind of being down towards the bottom of that hill on William Street in the winter. So if we could pave it, that would be awesome. If the council were to approve, our next steps would be to hire a surveyor to get out there and work with Metro Sewer to leave out the sewer. It's probably pretty close to where we're hoping to have the property line. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Kellyanne. Any other comment on any item on tonight's agenda? Okay. Seeing none, we'll move on to item 1. This is communication number 2020-411. Brenda McDonough, Commissioner District 8, requesting Council of Commissioners consideration that Butte-Silver take over the outside maintenance of the Community Ice Center located at Clark Park. The original operating agreement had the Butte Amateur Hockey Association maintaining the grounds. However, I think BSB should assume the maintenance. I'm going to ask County Attorney Joyce to give us an update on that, please, and then I'll defer to Commissioner Reardon.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I did have a meeting with
Bob Lazary, the Park and Recreation Director, and Matt Vincent and Bill Lavelle from Baja last week, and we went over the lease and some of the provisions that would need to be updated, including the maintenance provision and a few other of the sections in the current lease. And so I think both parties are committed to making those changes, and I would recommend that the council maybe note and place this communication on file, and we will be presenting a new communication to ask the council to approve the amended lease once we reach a
Thank you.
agreement.
Thank you, County Attorney Joyce. Any questions for our county attorney referring to this? Commissioner Reardon.
Thank you, Madam Chair. First of all, I'd like to thank Eileen or Mrs. Joyce, I'm sorry, for her hard work on this. I know she's really busy at the time, and this has been hanging out for a while. So at this time, I would like to make a motion to place this
Note.
note and place this document on file. Thank you.
We have a motion and a second to note Communication 2020-411 and places on file. Is there anything else on the question? Seeing none, would everyone please vote? Okay, now we can vote. Would anyone care to change their vote? Would the clerk please record the vote?
10 yea, 0 nay.
Motion passes. Going on to item 2, this is Communication 2021-131, Ed Lester, Butte-Silver Sheriff, requesting Council of Commissioners concurrence and authorization for the Chief Executive to sign the Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, between Butte-Silver and the Southwest Montana Drug Task Force. I have been in conversation with Sheriff Lester, and he is continuing to hold this in abeyance. It probably won't take much longer, and he will be bringing this to a conclusion for us. So with your indulgence, we will hold this in abeyance for another 2 weeks. Item 3, Communication 2021-248, Karen Burns, Community Development Director, requesting Council of Commissioners to approve the letter from Amy Klein requesting to purchase Butte-Silver property at 7 West Agate. Commissioner Frederickson.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move to cross-reference Communication 2021-248 with Communication 2021-363 and place on file.
Thank you. I need a second since Bill's not here. Thank you. And I'll just explain that the cross-reference is the original request, and then the second communication is the approval by our planning department, land sales, and asking for our approval, which we did last week at the regular meeting. So we have a motion and a second to cross-reference communication number 2021-248 with 2021-363 and place this on file. Anything on the question? Would everyone please vote? Would anyone care to change their vote? Would the clerk please record the vote?
10 yea, 0 nay, I hope.
Hello? Okay, thank you, Jason. Thanks, Sadie. Okay, item 4, motion passes, by the way. Communication number 2021-278, John Sorge, Butte-Silver Commissioner, District 4, requesting Council of Commissioners to request the Butte-Silver Chief Executive, J.P. Gallagher, to invite the different entities that receive funding from Butte-Silver to provide their yearly update of their group's function and what the Butte-Silver tax dollars are used for. Chief Executive Gallagher.
Thank you, Madam Chair and Commissioners. We sent out letters to all of the entities that receive funding from Butte-Silver, and I think you'll start to see the presentations start next week
Okay.
for council.
Thank you. And we do have a communication that will be coming in for next week's for presentation. Thank you very much. Commissioner Sorge, did you want to add anything? We'll just hold this continually. What would you like to do?
I would like to thank you, Madam Chairman, and thank you, Chief Executive. I'd like to hold it for a little bit longer until they do start coming in, just as a placeholder.
All right, you got it. We will continue to hold that 278 in advance.
Thank you.
Item 5 is Communication 2021-285, Danette Gleason, Finance and Budget Director, requesting Council of Commissioners to refer the fiscal year 2022 preliminary budget to the Finance and Budget Committee for the July 7th, 2021 Finance and Budget Committee meeting. This is our placeholder that we continue to hold until we have approved the budget. Karen Hessler is here, so I don't know if we just want to put it out for conversation, or did you have anything to begin with, Karen? You're it. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. For the record, I'm Karen Hassler, Assistant Finance and Budget Director for Butte-Silver. At this time, we don't have any amendments to present to this body regarding the fiscal year 22 budget, as Danette is out of town on vacation, hopefully enjoying some time off with her family. In the next few weeks, you will see several amendments brought forward as we kind of wrap up fiscal year 21 budgets, and we have better information on what to carry forward for our grant funding and also for our ongoing projects. So we have nothing to present this evening, but I am open for any questions if anyone were to have any.
Any council members have any questions for Karen tonight? All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, we will continue to hold that in advance as a placeholder throughout the budget cycle. Item 6, Communication 2021-299, Tristan Thomas, residing in Butte, Montana, requesting Council of Commissioners to authorize Tristan Thomas to purchase the following property located at 2422 Pine Street, Butte, Montana 59701. Again, this was approved by Council last week, so Commissioner Frederickson.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move to cross-reference Communication 2021-299 with Communication 2021-359 and place on file.
We have a motion and a second to cross-reference 2021-299 with Communication 2021-359 and place on file. Is there anything on the question? Would everyone please vote? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me, Eileen. Uh-oh, what did I do?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just want to point out that this will, require a resolution to actually authorize the purchase, but I can't prepare the resolution until there's a survey done.
Until when?
The survey is completed. That was part of the recommendation
Okay,
for
so,
both this communication and the next.
so we need to hold this in advance?
Well,
What would you recommend?
I just have to be sure not to let it get lost.
Because there was a, from Lori to have us approve this portion of it, so.
Right. But on the last one that you just approved, for the Amy Klein purchase, I will introduce the resolution next week because it's ready to go, but there was a contingency on these other two sales.
For a survey.
The survey needs to be done first
Okay.
before the sale actually is approved, but I just wanted to make that part of the record just so that these don't get lost in the shuffle if they're placed on file.
So go ahead and do what we're doing now, or? I'll withdraw my second. Okay, all right. So we'll just hold this in advance? Okay, gotcha. Will do. And we're holding for a survey? Is that what the final thing is? Okay, survey, got it. Sorry about that, all right.
For sure.
Okay. So we'll move along, and we'll hold that in advance pending survey results. Item 7, 2021-305, Donald Swanson, Land Records Administrator, requesting Council of Commissioners to authorize the sale of a parcel of real property described as the center portion of lots 23 and 24 in Block 7 of the Noyce and Upton addition to Zixi Diaz. County Attorney Joyce, is the same situation, or we can do this one?
Madam Chair, no, this is not the same situation. This was a sale that was approved in 2008, and
Okay.
you guys again approved it because she never paid the purchase price in 2008, and then she came back and asked to purchase it for the same amount, and you approved that last week. So the resolution is already done. So you can.
So this one we can cross-reference, okay. Commissioner Frederickson.
All right, thank you, Madam Chair. I move to cross-reference Communication 2021-305 with Resolution 08-53 and Communication 2021-360 and place on file.
We have a motion, I believe it's Resolution 08-59. Does that sound right? Is it 53? Okay, well, anyway, one of those. I move to, we have a motion, a second to cross-reference 2021-305, excuse me, with Resolution 08-53 and Communication 2021-360. Is there anything on the question? Commissioner Fisher?
Thank you, Madam Chair. In the Public Works Committee tonight, I talked with Lori Casey earlier today, and apparently she or I wasn't aware that the resolution had been done, so in the Public Works Committee today, we referred that to have the resolution. So I guess next week we'll pull that out of the Public Works meeting and follow the procedure because the resolution is complete.
County Attorney Joyce, I believe we have a resolution that's been approved.
Madam Chair, I'm not sure if we're referring to the same piece of property because the matter that is in the Public Works Committee is a petition. Was this communication also in the Public Works Committee?
I'm not sure what that wouldn't have been in Public Works.
Same guy, different.
Check in the book right there if you would.
I think it's different.
Is it different one?
Same guy, different property.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Public Works. Yeah, Madam Chair, the matter that's in the Public Works Committee is a petition to vacate a street.
Apology accepted. Okay, I'm so confused, Jim. Commissioner Frederickson. Oh, wait a minute, we have a motion and a second, and that was on the question. So is there anything further on the question? If not, would everyone please vote? All right. Clerk, please record the vote, unless anyone wants to change their vote.
10 yea, 0 nay.
Motion passes. Okay, I think we're on to, let's see here, item 8. Communication 2021-308, Danek Gleason, Finance and Budget Director, requesting Council of Commissioners to authorize a presentation on the July 21st, 2021 regular meeting agenda to make a presentation on the fiscal year 2022 budget. We did have that presentation last week, so Commissioner Frederickson.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move to note and place Communication 2021-308 on file.
We don't need to note it, just place on file. Yeah, just place on file. Yep. Okay, we have motion and a second to place 2021-308 on file. Anything on the question? Would everyone please vote? Anyone care to change their vote? Clerk, please record the vote.
10 yea, 0 nay.
Motion passes. Item 9, Communication 2021-327, Ed Lester, Butte-Silver Sheriff, requesting Council of Commissioners concurrence to conduct a public hearing at its July 21st, 2021 regular meeting regarding the submission of a Bureau of Justice Assistance FY 2021-22 Edward Byrne Memorial Justice Assistant Grant. The same thing, we did have this presentation, or public hearing, excuse me, last week. Commissioner Frederickson.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move to place Communication 2021-327 on file.
We have a motion and a second to place Communication 2021-327 on file. Is there anything on the question? Would everyone please vote? Would the clerk please record the vote?
10 yea, 0 nay.
Motion passes. Item 10, Communication 2021-335, Michael and Kelly Ann Hoven, 241 William Street, Walkerville, Montana, requesting Council of Commissioners authorization to purchase vacant land currently owned by Butte-Silver Bow. The land we are hoping to acquire includes a .06 acre parcel and a segment of another 10 acre tract. We did receive a letter from, okay, Eileen, County Attorney Joyce has given me the eye. County Attorney Joyce.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This is the second one that requires a survey.
It's what?
That requires a survey.
Okay.
Prior to a resolution being drafted.
This also requires a survey, so we'll hold this in advance, correct? Okay, got it. Survey. All right. All right, moving on to item 11, Communication 2021-346, Walter Richter, 1238 Grizzly Trail, Butte, Montana, requesting Council of Commissioners authorization to purchase the Butte-Silver Bow property described a portion of the Peterson-Placer lying south of the former MPRR Railway, Section 20, Township 3 North, R&W, Assessors Number 0001702-800. We will hold that in abeyance. That is a new request for purchasing of Butte-Silver Bow property. It will be in our Land Sales Committee, so we'll continue to hold that. Any questions? Item 12 is communication number 2021-351. Hannah Van Wetter, Foothold co-founder, CEO, requesting Council of Commissioners consideration to sell the city-county vacant lot at the corner of 350 East Granite Street, legally, whoops, where am I at here? Oh, described as Thornton Addition, South 13, Township 3 North, Range 8 West, Block 3, Lot 12, Moonlight, west 10 feet of Lot 1, Block 7. Again, that is going to be referred to Land Sales Committee, and we will wait for their recommendation back to this body. So I didn't purposely skip the report of the chair, but I kind of said it in the beginning. So at this point, I'll ask for any public comment on any public matter not on the agenda. Mr. Banderab, welcome.
It's been a while. Oliver Banderab, 2601 Grand Avenue, Butte, Montana. In case you're not aware, COVID cases are on the rise again in Montana. I would like to speak to communication number 2021-254, requesting modifications to the Butte-Silver Bow Disaster Preparedness Plan and for preparation of a Virus Preparedness Action Master Plan. This communication is not on the file, not on the agenda. You do know that according to state of Montana law, you, this council, are now responsible for the health and well-being of the citizens of your government's jurisdiction, not only the health department. Where is the solidarity? Where is the support for the health department's efforts? Where are the individual letters from the individual commissioners encouraging all constituents to get vaccinated against the COVID-19? Where is the collective open letter to the community from this council encouraging everyone to get vaccinated against COVID-19? You may think approving a sweepstakes and an advertising program was enough, but it's not. The last time I checked, we are still under 60% vaccinated in this community of those who are eligible. You do understand that this is the objective of our enemies, to dominate the world, don't you? I hope you are not as naive as Prime Minister Chancellor and Chamberlain was about Hitler. You did hear our president say, the president of China said, democracies cannot adjust fast enough. I do hope you heard that. You do understand that there is a real threat of another coronavirus attack, either from a natural variant or one genetically engineered by one of our enemies. I am appalled by the inaction of this council that you would note and file Communication 2021-254. Now is the time to be holding community liaison sessions. Now is the time to be drawing our community together and preparing them both physically and mentally for the next attack. Now is the time to be discussing what local adjustments need to be made, both health-wise and economic-wise, to avoid another local disaster like the last one. It is your responsibility to determine or to cause to be determined and to educate the people of Butte-Silver Bowl community. What are the sacrifices that we all need to make to starve this virus and the next virus coming down the pike? We won World War II because the platoon leaders took the initiative when necessary. I hope you'll step up like those platoon leaders did. Thank you.
Thank you, Ed. Any further comment of any item that's not on the agenda tonight? Okay. I just want y'all to know that I will be on vacation next week, and my most esteemed vice chair will do a marvelous job of running the meeting with our chief executive next week. So I'm hoping to have a little time off. We'll see. Got my granddaughter and 4 of her teenage friends are coming to visit me from Seattle, so I'll probably be in the loony bin by the time the week's over. So anyway, but thank you all for being here tonight, and have a great week. And if there's anything else to come before us, I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you all.